So Peter, you're celebrating 10 years making hurls. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
How did you get started?
Well, I suppose, look, if you'd asked me when I was probably 10 years of age what I wanted to be, a hurley maker was it, you know, but my own father told me just, look, go off and get a trade and learn to be a carpenter and that first, and, you know, get used to working with timber and stuff, you know, and like while I was being a carpenter and that, I would have always been making hurleys for myself and my wife Patrice, and she was playing for Waterford in the Camogie at the time, and it sort of, you know, she began to train with a couple of hurleys and another few players would want them, and it sort of snowballed from there then, you know. It's sort of, you know, them county players that were playing the Camogie were going back to their clubs, and, you know, the club players then wanted to use what they were using, so it sort of, we said we'd give it a go then. In 2006 we said we'd try and make a full-time business out of it, you know, so touch wood, we're going okay.
So Peter, when did you realise your style of hurley was successful?
I suppose, look, it's really when you see the lads use them up in Thurles and Crow Park, you know, that's when I knew we were doing something right, you know, and sort of all the hard work you could see was paying off, you know what I mean? But I suppose, look, the biggest thing for me would have been when Ken McGrath started using the hurleys. For me, he was my hero growing up playing hurling, you know, and for him to be using them, it topped everything, you know, and like I said, it was something I'm very proud of, you know. So
is it difficult to source the ash used?
Yeah, well, look, the last couple of years, like with the ash disease, like it's getting harder and harder, you know. Like, look, I suppose the forestry are working with the hurley makers in Crow Park in trying to find a solution to the problem, you know. It's something that, you know, it's something that we really have to get to the bottom of. You know, it is a fungal disease, so, you know, there is trees that are resistant to the disease. You know, so it's about finding the trees that are resistant to the disease, and in time then planting them, and hopefully then we can get on top of this ash disease. You know, and yeah, look, from my own point of view, look, I'm pretty lucky. I've 3 good suppliers at the moment down in Kilkenny, Wexford and Tipperary that are supplying me good quality ash. So look, I'm happy, and look, going forward, like I said, you know, hopefully everything will be okay, you know.
So how can someone spot a good hurl? What should they look for?
I suppose, look, the way I'd always say, I think you should be able to nearly just close your eyes and you should feel the hurley. It should feel well balanced, you know what I mean? And look, there should be a nice grain in that to it, but the main thing is, at the end of the day, it should feel well balanced, you know what I mean, when it's in your hand.
How long does it take you to make one?
I suppose, look, you're talking about 30 minutes to make one hurley, you know, so you know, that'd be from start to finish, from marking it out to cutting it out, planing and sanding and banding it.
So what's special about your hurleys, Peter?
I suppose what's special is they're all handmade, like, you know, and that is probably the biggest thing, you know, that I spend the time on them, you know.
So Peter, where do you actually make your hurls?
I make them then on the farm. That's where I make them, you know. So I suppose, look, I get a great buzz seeing that, you know, the hurleys will come from the back of the cowshed in Knockandduff to all the way to Thurles and Crow Park, you know.
So you can get a pint of milk and a hurl in the same shed.
Yeah, that's it. When the children get a little bit older now, they might get into that.
So Peter, it's very much a family affair here.
Yeah, no, it is definitely something I'm very proud of. My father, Peter, look after the workshop and that here with my wife Patrice, and also my uncle is employed with me as well. Like, so the two of us are over there, and I suppose I can't forget to mention as well the help of my mother. She feeds as well during the busy championship months, you know, which is important. But I know, and like I said, all our family gives us great help during the year, and that, you know, is so important. And look, hopefully, please God, in years to come, I'll be able to pass it down to my son and my daughter, JJ and Katie, and see it'd be a nice craft and a tradition for them to keep going, please God.
Are you originally from here, Peter?
Yeah, I'm originally from, this is Knockandduff, so I'm very proud to you know, that's where I'm from, Knockandduff, and you know, even on the hurleys, the stamp, it's the metal man is on it, and that's a prominent feature in Tramore, you know. So sometimes people, you know, they mightn't catch the name of the hurley maker, but, you know, they'd ring up and say, you're the hurley maker with the 3 towers on it, and, you know, straight away, you know, that's the metal man, you know. So look, I'm very proud. Look, it sort of adds to it, you know, the fact that I'm very proud to be a hurley maker. I love what I do. I'm very lucky. I suppose I go to work every day. I don't get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, you know, when you're on a Sunday night and you're there, like, saying, oh, I have to go to work now tomorrow, I have to go to school. I don't get that feeling, you know. So I'm very lucky, and I suppose, look, I love what I do.
We were with Peter Flanagan a few weeks back, and he is a big fan of yours, and he would have said that you would have used his Hurleys.
Yeah, I used Peter's Hurleys for probably, I'd say, the last 7 or 8 years of my career. I opened the sports shop, and Peter, he was only starting out doing the Hurleys. He sent me in a couple of samples. I tried them, thought they were very good. We sold the Hurleys predominantly in our shop, all Peter Flanagan's Hurleys. It done well for Peter, done well for me. A lovely family, local family from Tramore. So it was good to help out, and he helped out me as well. So it was a win-win for both of us, really. And they're flying the last few years, and you couldn't be nicer than Peter and Patrice and them. They do that, and I know they have Austin Gleeson on their books as well now, and Austin will send Hurleys no matter where he goes at this stage now, and Peter has had to build up a great reputation, and I'm delighted for him.